Day 213. So past Caleb left me with a 2-0 heater. I guess we'll jam this. I don't remember what's in this deck at all, though. Maybe it'll work out. Oh, there's a channel in here. We can Spell Seeker. We can turn 2 Caryatid, and then Spell Seeker for channel, and fucking fire off Ugin and Palantir in the same turn, maybe. Could be sick. I can't believe I made that fucking Pauper tournament work. I think this song's growing on me. Past Caleb normally a villain, this time a hero. Past Caleb's usually a hero. We villainize Past Caleb, but Past Caleb's done me all right over the years. Oh man, we just did a 5-round tournament cut to top 4. So 5 rounds of Swiss, cut to top 4 Pauper. Very grindy, slow format. And we started at 11, 12, that's 4 hours. We got it wrapped in 4 hours. That's nuts. That's fucking nuts. Basically, round 5 came in, so like everybody was like good about reporting and stuff. And there were some mono red players in the room keeping things choppy. And I was playing an aggro deck, and there were like several white. There was just like a lot of aggro. And the in the round 5 we had a clean split. So like we were all drawing into the top 4. And we were like, we asked the judge, like, could we just play? And he's like, I can pair it for you if everybody else in the tournament wants to draw too, because like prize doesn't go past top 4 anyway. And everybody else in the event is like, oh sure, no problem. Click. And so they paired the top 4, and I just looked at the rest of the top 4, and I'm just like, y'all want to draw? They're like, yeah, sure. So we just drew and chopped it. And I was home within 4 hours. 5 rounds of Swiss, cut to top 4, 4-hour tournament. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That was like exactly what I needed today to fit in a Pauper tournament, my stream, and board game night. We have a game of Clank going, and we missed all of last month because we just have not been able to like get everybody. I mean, we have one game left. We have one final game, and this was the night that worked for folks. So I was like, I can work a stream in there. I'll make it work. How'd I do? I chopped the top 4 with everybody else. The top 4 was me with Blue Black Terror, which is kind of a sick deck. And then all 3 of my opponents were people that I faced in the Swiss. There were 2 mono red madness opponents and a mono black player who was my loss. So if we'd played out the top 4, I think it kind of comes down to like, do I get paired against the mono black player, or do I play against the mono red players that I get to keep on chewing up? I think mono red is favored against mono black, but I don't know that. Sure, you got it. No, my forest. That was my favorite forest. Yeah, Blue Black Terror. I enjoyed it. I did get my shit rocked by mono black because none of my stuff can kill a black creature. Like, I was like staring at all these lands and stuff out. It's like, all right, you're probably gonna win this one. Jump in here to protect my life total a little bit. Yeah, 3 mana is 3 life this turn, so I guess I might as well just gain 3 life and then also have a card, right? I was gonna make mana and I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Oh. Just wondering if I should pay some life into this pest infestation before I tap the guy's cradle, but I don't think the cradle taps for much here. Just Bill and Palantir. Maybe that makes sense. Just like pay 4 life into Pest Infest, go to 10. And I think I want this to hit the Hex Drinker, which does leave them with a big old Trampler. And hopefully that doesn't muck me up too bad. Not a bad little turn, huh? Mono Black Sack is the truth. That deck is so much fun. I feel like I never really do well with it. When I played in leagues, I always go like 2 and 3 or 3 and 2, but it's so much fun. Hey, Stop Simply Cole, how's it going? Terror makes you sad because Spell Stutter's the card that drew you to Pauper. I mean, people play blue-black with Spell Stutters. The totally reasonable way to build that deck. We're just pesting back and forth, sure. Guess I probably should have played a Yavimaya here. Oh, they're scooping. Huh, alright. Didn't even have to show them the Nissa. I guess they knew that I had some gas because I topped and then they been to 5-drop. That game fucking ruled. They like natural ordered, blew up a land. It's like, yeah, alright. Channel Ugin, exile 2 things. I don't even have that many colorless cards for Ugin. It's kind of wild that I got to exile a second thing immediately. So I'm splashing blue for Nadu, Spellseeker, and Caretaker. I guess that all makes sense. And we just like don't have a ton of blue mana here. Yeah, we're just like in on the channel, so having Spellseeker to find the channel makes sense to me. Cool. Didn't see much for Skydiver to do. Yeah, the top end blue cards are good, but I don't want to have to justify double blue. I'll just Smith. You made top 8 of UK Pauper Nationals, the modified Black Sack list. Very cool. I don't think the states have a Pauper Nationals. We should. Happy Saturday to you as well, Mio. I wonder if somebody could organize that. Organize Pauper states and then have a Pauper Nationals after that. Here in the US. Maybe just like let states volunteer to run their states, and then everybody sends a fucking champion, or like the top 8 all get sent. What's 50 times 8? It's like a lot, right? $400. You'd have a 400-person nationals. I'm gonna mull this. This hand looks so much worse to me, but I'm gonna keep because I'm on 5 now. I am indeed 2-0. The tracker doesn't follow previous things, Dark Scythe. That'd be pretty sick. That'd be kind of cool, right? All right, we have the Ugin. We just need to rip channel. That's all we need. Just keep any hand with 2 green sources. Just rip channel Ugin every time. Oh, they must have mulled pretty low, huh? Turn 1 Hexdrinker, turn 2 Hardcast. They have 3 cards left. I think I might just die to Hexdrinker. Don't love it. Yeah, with the Noble Hierarch Exalted, they can just 2-shot me here. Nice. I think the opponent mulled to like 4 or 5 or something on the play here, too. And they spent their turn 2 hard casting once upon a time. Nice little cradle draw, huh? I almost like Flash Primus. I don't quite, but I almost do. Sure. We got a decision here on turn 2, huh? Whether to jam Caryatid or to slam Nadu. Try it. I'll try this. They have a bunch of landfall stuff, so like the best case scenario is they jam 1 on 2 and then we metamorph it and hit a land drop. Worst case scenario, we're just like playing Caryatid on 3. But developing and then ramping isn't like that much different than ramping and then developing. Yeah, you got it. I could see playing that Terror deck some more, though. I enjoyed its gameplay. I think I like it better than Mono Blue. Just being able to play a bunch of removal spells. Haste Up Strategist. I know Mono Blue did a little bit better at Poppergeddon or whatever. We're cloning Delighted Halfling. Amazing. Oh, because I've got the Crocus here. They don't want any of that noise. Sure. And I did miss my land. How bad is bouncing my Nadu to try and hit a land drop? Probably pretty bad, huh? It could also draw me into channel, though, which would make this Emrakul a lot sexier. Sure. Wow, we hit. Embarrassing as it is, I think I just replay. And then the idea is, if I draw a land next turn, metamorph the Ice Till, and then just pop off between Ice Till, Cub, and Nadu. They're fetch here for the Ice Till, so they're kind of off to the races, Well, this Emrakul might be looking rough. Got me. We is activating Bill, so that means 4 times 2. Gonna be taking 10 damage, going to 10. Chariot could block pretty well, I guess. I mean, Chariot could block bounce. That could be sick. Okay, cool. Well, we're not charioting. Second for Cub. Well, we found our fucking Cradle. Let's see, we have 5 mana in play from the Cradle. So we have essentially 10 mana here. Of course, we could play stuff first, right? Like we play the Chariot, but we're not at Emrakul mana, of course. What if there's something cool like a Green Sun form? Did I throw the deck in the extension? I should have. Yeah, kind of. We could grab like Undermountain Adventure and start that going. Potentially being too conservative holding the Cub back, but I'm pretty sure we just win if we get to untap, so I want to increase the chance of that happening here. How's the latest Leonardo album? When did it come out? Oh, Grief came out last year. Interesting. I listened to the one in 2022 a lot. I don't think I listened to the 2024 one like at all. Wondering if they have a way of jumping that ice till or something. Because if so, they have plenty of damage, They just like play a berserk from their hand. GG. Well, they're casting something large. Looks like they also had Nadu combo in their deck. Makes sense with the Landfallers. Pest Infest. I feel like that doesn't matter very much. Oh, they're scooping to the flyer, getting the 6th power. Sure. We trophied! Top 4 in Pauper. Trophying here. I think I've got one of those winning days. I think we may be on one of those winning days. I saw the line, I did, yeah. I was like, well, what's going on here? Oh shit, what up? Hey, Catbeards, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 64 months. Oh, Catbeards, at Pauper today, at the tournament that I was at, I met the person who actually runs the Blood on the Clock Tower scene in Madison. Who manages that, like, weekly 30-person event. Anyway, I asked him if he wanted to jam with us sometime, and he said it would probably work out one of these weeks. He hasn't used the online client very much, but, you know, he's obviously very experienced. I didn't get his contact info. Maybe I'll see him next Pauper. Or maybe I'll just have to show up to his Thursday event, or his Tuesday event. But yeah, apparently he started organizing the local scene just because he like really enjoyed storytelling so much. But he also plays. He also games. Oh, thanks for sharing, Salty Rutabaga. Yeah, I'll just get that right in there. The game's very fun. It's really fun, right? After Thursday, I was like my mind was reeling from like all the like mistakes that I'd made, and I was just like post-morteming it, you know, like you do after like a really good game of Magic. I could have done this differently at that point. Here I needed to slow down, blah 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 blah. In that spot I talked too much. Things like that. It's an important step. The postmortem. Yeah. I think one of the first times we were gaming, on our holy shit, we got ourselves a time walk. Yeah, one of the first times we were Blood on the Clock Towering, I was listening to everybody chatting afterwards, and I realized it was like almost exactly the same as the postmortems that like Magic players have. And it might be that like we just have a bunch of Magic players, but the way everyone's like when you were doing this, I was thinking this. When I was like doing that, like I was wondering if like this would have been a good play. Really interesting stuff. Almost exactly the same discussions as the Magic player after the fact. Yeah, we're obviously going to take a time walk. I fucking love a time walk. Obviously going to take a time walk here. I wonder if we can get Wan Shi Tong to wheel. I've been enjoying that card. I think it belongs. Pretty excited to play that Bird Spirit. Yeah, that card just rips. I need to play that card more. I need to figure out how to play that card in Standard. Do I just keep on taking Emrakul? That last deck, we didn't see it tonight, but that last deck actually hard cast an Emrakul on like turn 5. I like screenshot it and put it on Blue Sky. How often do you hard cast an Emrakul, huh? In the first few turns, though, channel, of course. I did it turn 3 once against Ryan Overturf at their shop in the Twin Cities. I was playing a Gaia's Cradle deck that also had Academy, and I had a draw that naturally had 2 of them and a bunch of artifacts and artifact creatures, and I just like fired off a Time Spiral on turn 3. I got to untap them. I'm like, oh, I could just fucking have 15 mana. Here's an Emrakul. It's like, all right. Ryan was like, it's too early for this shit. He's like picking up his cards. He wasn't impressed. I'm looking at the Sunken Runes because blue-black's really good in this cube, but like, I do like an Emrakul. It could be blue-green again. I do like Clamp. Oh my god. Fucking channel immediately. Although, if I had taken the Emrakul, I would have been like kind of priced into the channel, and then I couldn't take this One Ring. One Ring's kind of sweet. We just did a channel Emrakul deck, right? Let's switch it up a little bit. Let's switch. We can do new things. We can do different things. Oh, there's also a Caves of Chaos. That card fucking rips, too. We get Palantir and One Ring in here. I should probably grab the Preordain to stay on color. I guess Palantir is also that, but cutting the color specifically, like fewer blue cards going around. I'll have to fight fewer people for blue cards in future packs, ideally. Yeah, let's do that. Don't love these black cards. Do love Lotus Petal. I'm just going to take Lotus Petal. It's that kind of cube, right? It's like any ounce of fast mana get in here. Pyroglyph is very strong. I'm considering just grabbing the Pyroglyph, but I did like kind of hedge towards blue-black specifically, so Baleful Strix would be a fine follow-up to that. Could take Epiphany here, and that'd be fine as well. I don't think I want Workshops. Obviously, it'd be a good one to cast this One Ring super early. Past Balance earlier. Yeah, maybe I could just be Artifacts. Pyroglyph is so good is the thing. Lodestone? Yeah, Lodestone. What a good shop, huh? What an excellent shop. Into a pack with 0 red cards, of course. Yeah, I feel like people have been fighting over red. Maybe I shouldn't have grabbed the Pyroglyph. That was such a hard pick, I think. Although if I grabbed Workshops, it wouldn't exactly be a Workshops pack. I'm just going to take Animate Dead. The Troll is interesting to me. Like, we do this Animate Dead, so we can just, like, even if it's a value Animate Dead for the most part, just having a thing in the bin for free is nice. There's also a Steam Vents here for the Pyroglyph, if I'm serious about the Pyroglyph. It's a nice thing to pick up. And then Time Warp. We do have Time Walk here, right? We got the One Ring, we got Time Walk. Time Warp fits that strategy. I'm just, like, having all the turns, all the cards. Should I just keep on taking colors? Just grab Fractured. Fractured's really good. Wondering if there's a chance I would play Gadgeteer. I think Workshops would have to wheel. It just doesn't seem very likely. One cool thing about Paraguayf is we could scoop up some clones. Just copied a bunch. Bilbo Mastery does some sweet stuff. Ooh, Darkslick Shores Wheeling. Hell yeah. The cool thing that Baleful Mastery does that no other removal spell really does is it beats Thassa's Oracle. And I do think Thassa's Oracle is like one of the best things to be doing in this cube. Ooh, a little Strix Wheel. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, they put the Thassa... Their deck is empty. They put the Oracle on the stack. You're like, in response, Mastery you. Now they have no graveyard. They have to draw a card, of course. Because we have the Time Warp and because we have the Time Walk, I kind of want to grab Lutri here over the Force Negation. I think those are the two premium considerations with this start, is the Force Negation and the Lutri. I'm gonna grab the Lutri. Reasonable chance it comes back to me, but I also think it's just very good when we have two walk effects already. Just free. Don't currently have anything fetchable for Flooded Strand, but you could just nab it, right? You could just have it for a future thing. I think I'm gonna grab Bolt here, just to have any removal at all, ever. Seems good. Little Dak Fade in action. Some uncolored talismans going around. Thinking about that Shelldock Isle. I think our average game is going to get into the Shelldock. I don't think our hits are that good, but could be good value. Also thinking about Subtlety and Deathgridder's Champion. I think we're maybe not aggressive enough to really use Champion. Pitch cards are pretty good if you are drawing with the One Ring. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Daiko V2, thanks for the sob. Who needs world coverage when there's Caleb, right? Yeah, who needs it? What's doing well at Worlds? Anyone have both streams up? I'm gonna have a stock up. I like a good stock up. The cool thing about stock up is it gets around all of the extra draw hate cards like Narset and Hull Reacher and all that stuff. You just like get your shit. Ooh. Oh, Voidwalker action. The double black is rough, but I think I still want it. I think I still like it. Oh, the Jamin draft? Nice. I do like this limited format. So Helm does work with Voidwalker. You need your Voidwalker to live, but maybe that's worth. There's also Sink into Stupor, Top, Shielded's Edict. They're all good. Yeah, let's see if we can helm some people. Maybe Vamp is better than Mystical. Just immediate regret. Because Vamp could help me put the Helm combo together. Mana is certainly not where I want it to be, Have I seen the new Predator movie? I have not. I've heard good things. The last one I saw was Prey, which I really enjoyed. It made my top 10 list at the end of the year. Braid's a nice pickup. Makes us slightly less vulnerable to Time Vault shenanigans. Hey, Sheldock came back. I'm gonna grab the Rest in Peace just in case. I am sitting here with the Helm. Just in case the mana works out. Makes me wish I'd grabbed the Esper Triland, Oh, very fun crab cake. Yeah, I'd love to see them. I read an interview that she did recently. Apparently, she's the main songwriter of the group as well. And learning how to, like, collaborate has been the hardest part for her growth as a musician. But apparently that's her pet peeve when she's, like, playing. And she'll hear people in the front row being like, these guys have really good riffs. She's like, these are my riffs. So there's a few questions here. You could just take the consultation and then hopefully you find Oracle. Like Doomsday wheeled earlier. Oracle could just be going around. It could just be mine, you know? There's also Dark Ritual, which helps you get to the One Ring and Helm faster. And then there's Bombardiers here, which is a really clean way of getting rid of the One Ring. And is maybe worth running just for that. Maybe just grab it just for that. Ooh, Badlands. Badlands is helpful. The Triumph gets me closer to playing this Rest in Peace. I think I just want another untapped Black Source for the Voidwalker. Interesting decision point there. Better Hydrate Krasis. It's worse against counters. It's worse if you want to, like, gain life. It's worse against blockers, right? It doesn't have trample. There's some pros and cons there. There's the Oracle. You know, I've done a lot of Oracle stuff. I think you get a more winning deck if you take it. I think there's a solid chance that that earlier card wheels. I kind of just want to, like, take the Wooded Foothills and just improve my mana base here. Thinking about Spirit Guide. Thinking about Snapcaster. Oh, Metamorph is sick with One Ring. Let's grab Metamorph. Not a Bayou deck. Could play Memory Lapse. Could take Fiery. Colonnade could help the Rest in Peace splash. I don't know if I want comes to play tapped white sources. Let's grab Lapse. How about BG had the question, Megamonk is on sale, should I buy it? If you enjoy that style of game, it's a really good deal. I got more than my... Like, I'm kind of, like, done with Megamonk, but I got, like, more than my dollar's worth of enjoyment, for sure. Really fun game. Hours and hours and hours of entertainment. I haven't mentioned it, Gelato Squid. That is funny, though, huh? Maybe Pro Tour players just enjoy playing blue red, and that's just always what it's gonna look like, whether they ban stuff or not. Hey, humanity. $8 it is. That is a fucking steal in my opinion. Hashtag not sponsored. As much as I like Tar Pit, I think I'm gonna grab Blackcleave Cliffs. Just another untapped land. Ideally. I guess we already have 2 of them. Oh, if I'd gone for Oracle. This was the pack, right? Do I like Dark Ritual? I do like that Dark Ritual makes the helm a lot more castable. Probably should grab this push. Oh, I was talking about Metamorph copying the One Ring. We also have Pyrogoyf. I was talking about cloning Pyrogoyf earlier on. This Metamorph pick was so good. Nice little theater wheel. Should probably be making space for the Emperor Bones. I kind of don't want to, though. Wasn't Mind Twist pick 1 a few years back? A few years back, depending on how you measure time, Peas Mises. I don't think it's been a pack 1 pick 1 for a few years now. It was probably first pickable in like 2020, 2021. The faster the cube gets, the worse Mind Twist gets. Can still win games, of course. What if I got Mystical Tutor? I dig that. Kind of just wish I'd grabbed the Vamp over the Mystical and then didn't play Imperial Seal here. Oh well. Oh well. I fucked up. Y'all ever fuck up before? So this is 8 red sources, which is pretty good. We only need a single ever. For black, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which is okay. 9's okay. What's blue look like? 1, 2, 3. What if Whittles does not get blue? We didn't get a bulk. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not enough blue mana. That's not enough blue mana. How much red did I say I had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're going to cut 1 and go to 7 red. And then we're at 9 black, 8 blue, 7 red. This is a wild song to get stuck in your head, and it gets stuck in my head all the fucking time. Got the deck in the overlay. The superior formula with cane sugar. Yeah, this Rest in Peace splash probably sucks. We have 2 white sources. Oh, the foothills can get plateau. It's like 3 white sources. I think the idea is, like, once you draw enough cards with the One Ring, it's nice to have a way to just win the game. And Rest in Peace Helm does that. You've had the Baywatch theme stuck in your head. I don't think I even know how that goes. Been so long since I've seen Baywatch. Yeah, actually, what's the Baywatch theme sound like? I'm curious now. This is what's been stuck in your head? I feel like roughly half of all doctor calls are, in fact, people getting their objects stuck in them or in objects or what have you. I don't think this deck's resolving, but I do think it's the play. Waiting for your opponent to pay costs. Yeah. 3 mana. Hardcast Force Negation. Did they tap black on accident? They're going to have to retap their Force Negation. Yeah, okay. Can you tell I've played Cube before? So the issue with this Doomsday is that I think the opponent is just very likely to win next turn. If I had more mana, if I had more time, then this Helm of Obedience would be a very funny answer. But I think they're just going to untap and win. I'm going to slam the Helm, you know, maybe. Maybe they won't win immediately, then I can deck them, but it seems unlikely. Star Trek Enterprise. I went to nerd karaoke once, where people were singing that, just blasting that one. If you ever go to nerd karaoke, if you fire up the Star Trek Enterprise theme song, you'll get people to sing along with you. I am not a fan of that song in particular. You get to see them selecting Unearth? You do, yeah. You also get to see the cards that are exiled with Doomsday, so you could just look at the stack and see there's no Unearth there. You are searching your graveyard. Interesting way to beat an Aven Mindcensor as a Doomsday player is if you've got the Thassa's Oracle in your hand or your graveyard. If you've got the pieces in your graveyard already, you can Doomsday and resolve it. Yeah, I guess I can see why that would get stuck in your head. I don't know. Maybe a second time. Maybe I'd understand. If you listen to it again. Why am I torturing my viewers? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. All right, what's the opposite of that song? I don't like from getting from there to here. So I don't have a problem with Star Trek having like a real theme song instead of like shots of space and someone going space, the final frontier, which I love. I love that shit. You want to do a theme song? Fine. Having that song be like a pop country thing where they talk about like faith of the heart, it just feels very on Star Trek to me. Singing about souls and stuff in my sci-fi. All right, I have this. Please don't win. You thought it fit the show? Cool. we can disagree. Yeah, the brainstorm kind of makes a win. Almost certain. Sure. They can crack Vista, pull out an island, play Oracle, GG. GG. I think I'm just supposed to grab a random removal spell out. Kind of wonder if I should cut Bolt for something. Oh, it's got Animate Dead, actually. Can't would have been gas with a second land. Like mine against them. Mine could have been solid. It pressures me too, of course, but it might be like uniquely good against Doomsday Hum. I do like that memory lapse, but this could just like fix my mana pretty cleanly. Haven't heard that Refused track in a while. I really like that band. I'm not like a super punk person or anything, but I do really enjoy Refused. God, whoever mastered this just really crushed it. Those drums sound so good. Is Bob just drawing lands over there, huh? Duress is an awkward one. It means that they're not going to march their Bob into my subtlety. It also takes the Duress down, which is very good against Thassa's Oracle. But if they resolve Doomsday, they'd be doing that too. Duress and pre-Oracle. This might be to get the subtlety out of my hand so that I won't hit Oracle later. I'm just going to slam. This is why we left the subtlety up, right? So Pyrographing their face does threaten a win next turn. Deck Fade and Loot could find me an answer to the combo, though. I think it's close, actually. I didn't make day 2 of Worlds. I was not invited to Worlds. Why do you have to be mean? Why do you have to be mean to little old Caleb? What did I ever do to you? I mean, do you like half the time? Fair enough. Really want to clock them with it, but I think they realized that they couldn't win this turn and that the Pyroglyph was going to kill them now. So they're just like, all right, just kidding, your turn. Yeah, I think I like Helm of Obedience just because it has that chance of if I can get it down and untap with it, like, it makes it impossible for them to win with Doomsday. So I'm just going to leave it in for that reason. Can we blink the Goyf? The Power Goyf? We don't really have a way to do that. We do have ways of cloning it, which is better. How's everyone's fucking Saturday going? I've been having a real good one. That's the only reason I asked. I wanted to brag. So when you ask someone what their record is like, and you're like, yeah, I'm 3-0. Oh, 2-1? Nice, nice. I'm 3-0. Yeah, you didn't ask, but I am 3-0. Chill in more ways than one. Oh, yeah, because it's very cold out, I see. You're psyched for a pho cook-off in Des Moines? That sounds awesome. I would be psyched for that, too. A pho cook-off. He's got a new PC from Micro Center. Got some Chipotle tacos. Hell yeah, Disma. That's a kick-ass day right there. I had the sickest fucking steak quesadilla for lunch. There's a Tex-Mex place like right next to our venue. I'm getting dazed, sure. Doom. I guess I grabbed the One Ring. Very low confidence. Thought about grabbing Time Walk, but that could just be spinning my wheels. Nothing hits like a perfectly balanced quesadilla, right? Oh, man. The steak was like brown, so it had that Maillard reaction. The quesadilla itself was like crisped up real nice. It had like the perfect amount of cilantro, onions, cheese. Like, it was just like, this is the fucking best. Opponent's like, yeah, even though your card does nothing because I have a Narset, I will counter it. Which, fair enough. Does this sound like a different version to anybody else? Maybe I just have my audio levels different. It says I've listened to it before. You went to Christmas market with the kids today? Hot cocoa? That sounds wholesome AF, Serenzi. Love that. Oh shit, what up? Too Tall Jones. Thanks for the sob, the 35 months. Ban the other Matman? Why would I do that? Being too righteous? We know that one of the two remaining cards is Doomsday. We don't know what the other card is. Opponent knows about the subtlety and the loot tree. Kappa face, just to be clear. Oh, you want to be clear that you're not actually a Highlander. Thanks for that. Completely ruining my understanding of Batman lore. Well, yeah, you would have to do that with your own hand, right, Batman? For it to be effective. For you to collect his weird lightning essence. What do they call it? The Quickening? Oh, yeah, that was even the name of one of the movies. I haven't watched all of the show. I've only watched about like a third of the show. There were 4 movies, right? If you count the animated one. Probably the second best movie. Are you free to meet somewhere out of sight? Don't bring a sword. You're sure it'll get rebooted soon? I don't want. You don't need to do a reboot with Highlander. You can just make another fucking movie. There's so many, right? There's so many. So many random immortals you could have running around. Just tell the story of a different character. You're not here to absorb anyone's essence? Oh, I am. Hell yeah. One of the things about Doomsday is, like, however long it takes them to resolve it, the game is ending. like there are, like, max 5 turns here. This helps me be patient, for sure. I wonder what they've amp-tutored for. That's their unknown in hand. Grabbing Daze. If their card is Gush, then I guess they can replay a land and have the Daze up too. The stack is Brainstorm, Force Negation, Daze, Duress, Oracle. Jeebers. Creatively bankrupt and greedy. That sounds right. Highlander 2 is pretty bad. You can kind of see what they were going for. It's like very stylized and stuff, and it's like very close to interesting. But the fact that it like rewrites the lore into something that's like stupid It makes sense that they just immediately retconned it. Highlander 3 was just kind of a remake of 1, which was fine. Totally solid. They have 1 card in hand. I think they're expecting me to subtlety it. And then, like, really go off for it next turn. I think this dress down just gets a fucking win. That's what I think. Not that force negation could stop a dress down anyway if they tapped out. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, the first time they added Doomsday to this cube, the first time they added it, like my first like 3 or 4 leagues in a row, I ran into Baleful Mastery, and I was like, fuck this combo. I was like, just could not trophy with it to save my life. But yeah, Baleful Mastery is good against it. Dress Down's good against it. They had a duress. They had a duress in their stack. I wonder if they kept like days instead or something. For some reason. Why'd I keep this? Foothills can't get blue. I guess. I guess we have mana for everything that's non-blue in our hand, though. Maybe the Rest in Peace will be weirdly good. If they're playing black. Could have braid that. If I hit my land, though, I think I just want to metamorph it, huh? And then that'll give me blue mana for Preordain here. Potentially Dak next turn. I'm going to double bottom. Tommy's such a fucking... Or Tony, sorry. Tony's such a fucking wizard with a guitar. One of my all-time favorites. There's so many good riffs. And their talisman really bailed me out. Fair enough. I realized this rest in peace is hosing my Pyroglyph. Like, this is like a hard counter. I'm like, can't wait for this Pyroglyph to grow. Like, oh, that's just not happening, is it? That's not gonna be a thing this game. Anime Dead also answered. Interesting. Interesting deck you got here, Caleb. I guess I'll shatter their talisman if I can't steal it. I mean, if I rip Helm and it's good, it'll all be worth it. But right now I do feel a little silly. The deck landing would have solved so many problems, huh? Could have given me my second blue source, could let me loot this shit away. Opponent discarded some like Stormy type cards there, huh? LED Dark Ritual. I believe I'm losing a Time Warp here. Opponent can wonder what the fuck's going on. I'll play this clutch track. Looking like a tough spot? Yeah. I mean, we could just draw Helm, resolve it, and win. If we get another blue source, then Subtlety can come down, get in front of Spirit Tokens. Do we just slam it and hope they can't interact? I think we do. They're hitting us for 4 a turn. Just Helm your turn. Landed. Now, do they have a shatter effect or not? A deck of their own would be hilarious. To just like steal it and kill me. Use my own rest in peace against me. Yeah, if you wait though, they smack you for 4. They might even just have another discard spell. Like, it's not necessarily safer in my hand than in play. Why can't Goyf see the exile? Right, Fundins? That's how I feel. That would be a good-ass Goyf right there. Well, Mystical's probably going to find some kind of an answer. Nope. Nope, no answer in there. Hell yeah. Maybe I will leave it in. Just cut the enemy dead. I think I dig that. That was very satisfying to me. Just like not have good mana, don't do anything good, just win off Helm. GG. This crazy rest in peace splash. The nuked half of my hand. No justice in the world, I'm telling you. This mana looks a lot better than the last game, huh? Thought about cutting Fatal Push. We didn't really see targets. We mostly saw spells. Aww. Oh yeah, we have not taken an extra turn yet, huh? Could fetch out a white source. I'm gonna get the Surveil land instead, I think. I wanna make sure I don't draw more lands. Hey, Fred the Dog, thanks for the sub, thanks for sharing that Prime. I think this is my favorite Dead Life track. Got a nice build to it. Very gassy hand. We've had 2 cards countered, and we still have a lot of drawn selection here. Find him a little Vamp Hum. So with the Helm, we're just missing... I mean, they're probably either going to be like popping off somehow or nuking my hand somehow. But with the Helm, we're only missing the Rest in Peace, or Voidwalker would do the trick too. So it'd be nice if we could get that one down. Academy, no artifacts. Okay. Well, there's one artifact. Feels like a draw 7 turn. Demonic Tutor. Maybe they just have it with Breach here, huh? Play the Breach. Oh, they've got Brain Freeze already? Okay. I don't think they even needed the Brain Freeze in this spot. Like, they crack LED. Like, I don't think they needed to have it in hand. They crack LED for black. Like, in Flashback Demonic Tutor. Go get Brain Freeze. Have the mana to Brain Freeze. Infinite. Infinite enough. Yeah, mine's really good against that, and my 2 Graveyard Hate spells are good against that. I almost wonder if Emperor Bone should come in. I think it's a little slow. Still haven't seen anything for Fatal Push, though. I'll just cut it. It kind of seems like their deck's a lot worse if I can manage to resolve Rest in Peace or something. Still have not taken an extra turn. Haven't drawn a card with 1 ring. Haven't taken an extra turn. I haven't done much of anything. We did get to activate Helm for the win. That was good. Or at least our opponent scooped to it. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. And we're going to use Wooded Foothills to get a Surveil Land turn 1. Try and find us some blue mana. Try and find us some Landaruskis. I think I've had enough caffeine today, but I'm a little thirsty. Gonna crack open a San Pellegrino. Opponent left on top with Sewers. We gotta bin this. Again, we're looking for blue mana. Only 8 blue sources in the deck, so we're not like super likely to immediately hit. Damn. I feel a lot better right now if I had a memory lapse up. I assume they're just gonna dig for an Into the Voidwalker. Yeah, I definitely think this is like their best sounding album. Howling Giant's most recent. I don't think they've ever sounded better in terms of mixing and mastering. Putting deep on this Limdol's Vault. They didn't pay any life, so it was just an index. I almost want to not attack with Voidwalker. If they put a removal spell at it, then I can Liminal's Vault. Hate that for me. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Star Spawn, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 6 months there. Voidwalker gets around timing restrictions, right? I can just sack it in Demonic Tutor now. Does not get around timing restrictions. Alright, fair enough. But it should by Immonim. I could sack it on my own upkeep and then play on my main phase, though. That would work. Yeah, it's not launching the spell onto the stack like Shelldock Isle does. It just gives you the ability to play it that turn. Mana Drain into Demonic Tutor. Yeah. Opponent's probably stoked about me sacking the Voidwalker, but if you could stop countering all my things, that'd be great. Yeah, I wonder if Voidwalker just attacking every turn just wins. Opponent didn't spin, they could have spun. It's a bad sign. Got me. Just gonna cycle my time warp. Someone's got to take an extra turn this game. Could helm them. Let's do that. They were fine with it. They could have cracked, or they could have tapped top, but I was fine with them losing top if that's what they wanted to do. Do we have another way to helm combo without Voidwalker? Yeah, there's a Rest in Peace in here, but Rest in Peace is also just a good hate card against my opponent. So I'm fine bidding the helm to interact with them there. You've never seen a fair helm before? Oh, I've played plenty of fair helms. A neat one to do is crack it mid-combat to get like a blocker, surprise blocker for the opponent. One of the cool things about it is it can still do interesting things. Even if you're not literally killing somebody. Even if you're just like breaking their mystical tutor or whatever. It's an old card, therefore it's fun. Yeah, basically. We're just playing a mini tendrils. Sure. They're going to tap in response. I'm like really cool with that. Because then I play out if they want to replay it, they have to take 2 every time. Ties up their mana. And deals them damage. But I need some kind of a removal spell again. Mine does not count storm copies. Just when they cast. It seems hard to get up to enough storm, though. Self-brain freezing to free up their top here. Nope. They hit me. Interesting. Oh, hell yeah. The Dark Lord Ragnar with the 62 months says, God, I feel old. Just saying. I feel you, Ragnar. I feel you. Kind of feel like I should hold on to the Lutri bolts. Maybe not. Oh, you know what I should have done? Is down ticked on the top. They activate tap to draw, then respond with this, right? Then if they've got force of negation, it doesn't do anything. Wouldn't buy them their turn. Hey, we got ourselves a fucking finals. How about that? You feel young, but you'll soon be 40. I'm about to be 40 myself. 40 is pretty decidedly middle-aged. It feels like it was just yesterday that I was a penniless tournament grinder in my 20s. Part of that life feels like a fever dream, and part of it feels like it was very recent. As a newly minted 40-year-old, you hate this conversation, really? I'm looking forward to my 40s. My 30s have been fucking awesome. I definitely feel like I'm almost 40, but I've been having back problems since since I answered my 30s, so I've been here for a bit. Best of luck, Tunneling Cat. I'm pulling for you. Oh, I meant to get that animate dead. Because it gets bricked up by my own rest in peace. Your Neves gave out a week after your 30th? Yeah. Relatable. You had some teenagers open a door for you and call you sir? Oh my. Yeah, I remember the first time I got sir'd. I was just like, I guess. You use a walking stick? I remember when I was a kid, I thought walking sticks were so fucking cool. Oh, they're playing Rest in Peace. I'm a little worried about them slamming Helm and winning before I can win. That's a concern of mine. Rest in Peace and Voidwalker are 2 replacement effects. Does this care about whose turn it is, or does it just use layers? Like they played theirs second. Couldn't I have used Frantic Search for acceleration? Oh, I could have done that, yeah. I didn't see it, though. Still could here, but now they've got a bunch of mana open. If they have their Helm, they do just get to win now. Can't really interact with it. Hardcast Force of Will. I'm gonna go looking for Memory Lapse. Maybe wrong. Maybe I'm just supposed to let it resolve and then have my own Force of Will. So this all could have gone better. How's Helm as a combo card felt? Pretty solid. I had it in a Workshops deck the other day that had E-Tutor to find Rip or Helm. That was good. Been pretty reasonable in my deck so far. I assume the opponent's playing it since they've got Rest in Peace. I'm gonna get my Surveil Land here. A Braid not very good against Helm because they could just activate in response, right? So we're gonna bin here. We just have to fade it. Wonder if I should have been trying to loot tree that Time Walk, huh? Well, we do have them on a 2-turn clock. Oh, they just have Vamp. That is going to win the game. Ah, they go down to 3-2. We needed all of our cards, so there wasn't like a thing where I could have bolted them earlier. God, imagine if I could have saved one card though, and my last card in hand here was Bolt. If I'd had one more card this game, I could have kept the Bolt. I could have bolted on upkeep before decking. Anyway, I don't need to show him my whole deck here. We can just scoop. Close. Got pretty punished for not cutting the Animate Dead. Emperor of Bones is a pretty fast clock. I guess I'll cut push. Maybe the loot's better. Really wish I had some discard, huh? Like all three of my matches, I wish I had like a Thoughtseize or a Duress or something. All these combo-y opponents. Folks definitely got the memo, huh? You wonder what a white Abrade would look like? It would probably deal 3 damage or destroy an artifact. One into white. I didn't like the pause there. Makes me worried about Force of Will on my helm. Yeah. Can the flip side be blocked? It's got Menace. Okay. Well, they're serving because my critter has first strike. I can't block it very well anyway. I really want to pitch cast Subtlety and then just fucking hug it at their face here. A nice 6 damage. Oh, they drew it the turn after. Incredible. Incredible. Well, I feel good about my decision to board in the Mai there. Were we able to put Lucher to hand? You could do. The thing is, if you put Lucher to hand, you're spending 3 mana, and now your subtlety is vulnerable to like mana leak stuff. So I didn't think there's a real benefit. You're saying like after I do that, just like put it to hand and pass the turn? I think that was my original plan, and then when it resolved, I was just like, oh, so I win. And I just completely forgot about it. Goyf out. That's an idea. It is like really fucking good if there's an Rest in Peace in play, but with like both of us playing the Rips, maybe it belongs in the sideboard. And then you're playing Emperor Bones as a 2-mana 2/2 as the trade-off. I'm fine with this. Like, I'm not running Rest in Peace out on 2. Yeah, I really didn't like the Time Warp line. I don't know if I'm familiar with this band. The song sounds familiar, though. Maybe I've heard them on the radio. This track only has like 46k views, though. Came out 2 months ago. So that seems unlikely. The video is very fun. They looted away a Helm here. That's fucking interesting, Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I can't quite place it as anything either. Am I just dead? Would they get demonic? Yeah, I'm just dead. I thought about grabbing subtlety in case they were doing that stuff. God, the worst thing is I have the Baleful Mastery in hand. If I'd wanted to play around it. We just didn't see either part of the combo in the first 2 games. Made it hard to play around it in game 3. To know that I'm just like always supposed to have Mastery up. Yeah. My stupid Void Walker was up. I could sack it, untap some lands, play Mastery there. They even comboed wrong. Like if I had Force of Will there, Subtlety. Alright, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. Let's see, it's 5:15. I don't actually have time to jam a full next draft. But I do have time to draft for future me. I think that's going to be my plan here. I'm just going to go to the bathroom, come back, fire up one more Draftarooski, give my future self a gift. BRB. All right. Yeah, let's get my future self a Draftarooski here. Magic's hard. Magic is really hard. Hey, GG's web wipes. Yeah, I had the Baleful Mastery in hand as an answer to Oracle combo, but because I hadn't seen either part in the first couple of games, I didn't know that I had to be playing around it there. It was kind of brutal. Silly me tapping out for a draw spell, right? What was I thinking? GG's for sure. The change up. Yeah. So we finished off the previous draft, got a trophy out of that. Went 2-1 with that helm pile. All right, do a draft for my future self. A little bit lighter than I would like a stream to be, obviously, but doing the 365, there's gonna be some days where you just do some short streams, make it all work. At least we got one entire draft in there. Give folks a little something to watch, at least. Not nothing, huh? I'm looking at Tamiyo and Ocelot Pride. I think my win rate with Tamiyo would probably be pretty good in this cube. I haven't really popped off with Ocelot Pride. What would future me want? Probably the Tamiyo. Grim Monolith points you towards artifacts, and Hullbreacher points you towards like draw 7 combo. Draw 7's gonna be kind of sweet with Tamiyo too, just like flip it. But I mean, artifacts also really pleasant with Tamiyo. Let's grab a Grim Monolith. I'm kind of a little bit more of a Grim Monolith player than Hullbreacher, as fun as Hullbreacher is. Just grab Helm again and just run it back. All Helm all the time, baby. What about Wan Shi? It's just like a mana sink for the Monolith. Oh my god, White Plume. After passing Ocelot Pride and everything. Fuck. Alright. My bad, currently White Drafter to the left of me. That was a fourth pick White Plume. The first time they introduced White Plume, you would never get its second pick. People were like taking it over Moxen and shit. It was crazy. Though, at that time, it was the only way to get initiative. Like, you couldn't play your own initiative creature to take the initiative back, which made it a little bit less balanced. Interesting. If I wanted to be blue-white, I could certainly do that here. Mockingbird's kind of sick because, like, you just clone your adventurer, right? You just have another initiative thing. I think you're supposed to grab Voice of Victory in this spot. But I do kind of like the blue cards, too. Yeah, I was going over the stats of my first 365 when I first agreed to do this one. I was like going back, I was looking at all the numbers and stuff. And there was a month near the end. Let's grab a Hallowed Fountain, where I was like very clearly just like sick of it. And for the entire month, I didn't have a stream that lasted more than like 4.5 hours. The shortest stream was like 3 hours, but the longest stream was like 4.5 hours. I was just like very clearly. I think I'd rather do the occasional like 2 or 3 hour stream and then still have most of them be 6 or 7. That's my personal goal this time around. I'm gonna grab that E-Tutor. Starting Town's reasonable. Skydiver's reasonable. Even Line Sash for the sideboard. Oh, man. I don't really want to add another color for adventure. I think I'm just gonna grab Ancient Tomb. Just play my WPA faster, Wow, the Pride came back. Never mind. I rescind my earlier apologies. Nobody took the Ocelot Pride. It's just my lane. That Girl Tone song was Feel It Still by Portugal the Man. Oh, really? It was a cover? That explains why it was, like, really fucking familiar. They called it Burnout, so it can't be a cover. Did I wind up watching Conan the other day? I did. We watched it with the director and Arnold commentary, which was hilarious. I'm glad we did that, because both of us had seen Conan before. And you could really tell, like, how proud the director was of the movie. It just, like, really came out in his commentary, and he was pointing out little things. He's like, nobody else has done this specifically. And he did a good job of giving credit to the second unit and stuff like that. Ooh, a little Seachrome. And Arnold, to his credit, like, had clearly put a lot of himself into that role of Conan. And he really, like, understood the character well and what each section of the film was trying to, like, evoke. And it was really fun hearing him say sword. And hypnotized. It's such a sick movie, too. There's so many cool shots. Really good musical score, yeah. Yeah, the director was, like, talking about how when he went through, hey, Angwield, nice. When he went through college with, like, George Lucas and all them, the guy that did the musical score, he said was, like, the one of the group that was just, like, ready to go right out of college. Just, like, already professional grade. Right out of film school or whatever it was. Oh, this is featuring Pliny, no wonder. I was like, I kind of recognize that guitar tone. Tezzeret and Grim Monolith are kind of good together. How aggressive would this Caretaker be? It's kind of the only card I really care about that much in that pack. I want the Remand. I also want this Mother of Runes. Mother of Runes is like protecting your creatures to get in. Makes it real easy to fight over the initiative. So that Heath would be sick. I think I want the Teferi. Haysop Driflin. Yeah, blue-white beats. I hope we can get some blue interaction in here, like Force of Will or Daze or something. Make it feel a bit more cohesive. Deck does look sick, I agree. Just need a guide. Maybe some ways of flipping this Tamiyo. I wonder if Mana Tithe is actually the sickness. Glimmerlands does draw cards. Is that any good at all? Think about caves, huh? Think about that City of Traders, too. Ooh, a Caracas. I'm into that. One thing about initiative is that if you land one initiative creature, it fetches out a basic and just fixes your mana for you. I'll grab that Copter, huh? So a lot of times it's kind of easy to facilitate light splashes. Oh, this kind of reminds me. Bob Mould had a new album out. I haven't heard it at all. Solitude's perfect. Yeah, give me that. God, this guy's been at it for 45 years. Yeah, I think I like this Grim Monolith. I think it has a solid number of things to ramp us into. Yeah, the faster you start initiative, almost like Ranger Captain. We got some kind of premium grabs. I think it's better than Lorien Revealed here. Maybe if we got Chrome Mox, then Lorien would be better. I had hardcast a few Lorien Revealeds today in that Pauper event. I had a game against Elves that went really long, where I was like counterspelling like land grants and stuff to keep them off mana. And then I started firing off my 5-mana draw 3s. Making sure I can keep the disruption up. Yeah, Lorien Revealed is such an impressive card in Pauper. That Terror deck really wants spells in the graveyard too. Just the best. I'm gonna grab Chrome Mox here. I think it's a really good Chrome Mox deck. The Mana Vault like has stuff to do, but we already kind of have some of that with the Grim Monolith. If we draw Chrome Mox and Ancient Tomb, we could even turn one a White Plume Adventure, which would be the real sickness, huh? Yeah, I was hoping we would get more fast mana. Hey, another red splash makes a bit more sense, huh? Another red splash makes a little bit more sense. I was kind of thinking something like that might happen. And every deck is just Boros. Thinking about Archive. Actually thinking about Brainstorm. Yeah, Archive coming in and play tapped is pretty awkward. I'm gonna grab Brainstorm here. The cool thing about Brainstorm is it just like snap flips the Tamiyo. It can be frustrating for people to face. All of our initiative creatures are shuffle effects too. Ophelia, Blinking Initiative creature. Sure, sure. I'm into it. Almost like the Tidebinder. This is like I was talking about Blue Disruption. Sort of is. Hey, there's Dungeoneer. Let's go, huh? Let's fucking go. So that's my Triumph, which I would like. A little awkward to pass Fractured, because that card is quite good. Could give me an out to a lot of different things. Ace Up Veil. I guess. Tap lands are pretty awkward, and we've got like 1-drops, and we're trying to ramp. Maybe I was supposed to grab the Fractured. Would have been a good spell to potentially rebuy with Tamiyo. We have a little bit of that already with the 4th. I don't know why that took me that long. I was like, wait a minute. The perfect card for the mirror. Let's go. Yeah, the other day I was saying if I was playing a Boros mirror, I'd rather have a Parallax Wave in my deck than a Mox. Any other matchup, I'd rather have the Mox, of course. I kind of dig Lightning Greaves. I think it might be better in this deck than the Mastermind. Or maybe Mana Tithe. Speedrun dungeons. Oh, just like blink out multiple initiative creatures. Watch them all come back into play. Zip, zip, zip. Zippity doo dah. I don't think any of these work in my main deck or my sideboard. Also got Rest in Peace. Flicker Wisp is almost interesting for blinking initiative creatures. We already have some of that going on, though. Yeah, I think we're fine just playing like a single mountain for the caves in the fourth. And then the White Plume, Seasoned Dungeoneer, and Caretaker can all fetch the basic mountain. So it's kind of like having 5 red sources for 2 cards. Or I'm sorry, 6 sources. You love Bob Mould? Had you heard this album? This is my first listen. Kind of dug that one. Breathing Room. Quantum Riddler is indeed in the cube. I think. I know it's in the regular one. It might not actually be in this one. I assume it is. Is the companion in the main deck reasonable with the monolith? Nah. Or only mana sink. I guess we have like a couple of mana sinks, but it's just these two. These cards are good enough. You don't like need to make them infinite to win. Oh, I need a cut, hum. I was gonna cut the Mana Tithe, I think. I think that's what I was leaning towards. Sounds like me. Get that trash out of here. Is 3 islands enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue sources. Doesn't feel like enough. How much white? Do we have at least 10? I'm going to count Chrome Mox as a white source. We had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I kind of want to go up to 8 blue sources. So these are our white sources. These are our blue. I think I dig it. Yeah, obviously a random fetcher too would have been nice, but this mana base isn't the worst. Throw this in the old overlay for my future self. Tomorrow, I might co-stream Worlds. Someone requested that. Someone was like, even if you're just co-streaming the top 8, that'd be awesome. I ended up not doing it. I thought I was going to do it. I wanted to just co-stream the whole thing. But then when I realized that just wasn't going to work out today, I didn't do it yesterday either. I might do that tomorrow. And this next week, I'd like to stream some Pauper, and I'd like to stream some pre-modern. So if any of y'all are interested in those formats, let me know which are the best days. But for now, I need to unfortunately take my leave. I know today was a shorter day. Like I said earlier, I don't like doing shorter days, but still gave you all a little something something. It wasn't just like a little hour-long stream or whatever. I got a full draft in there. Managed a trophy. Got this sweet initiative pile to hand off to my future self. Pretty good stuff. Much love, folks. I'll see you all later. Let's raid somebody. Why not, spread the good vibes. Bye forever. No! No. Send y'all over to Amy. So we got a few folks co-streaming. Yeah, Amy rules. Go say hi. Please.